Now, this is the most glorious message which has been somehow ignored generally by the scholars. And I think it should be specially emphasized, as it should be emphasized because the language of the Holy Quran here is so strong that seldom you come across such strong language in the Holy Quran in which a covenant is taken in such strong terms by Allah. The strongest possible terms are used here by way of describing this covenant. So it should be emphasized. And the emphasis lies in the region of the true understanding of prophethood. Now, a new picture is created to us, not that a message was revealed and it was changed and part of it was nullified in the sense that it was bad or imperfect, and the second prophet who came, he opposed that part. Every other prophet came fully supporting the previous message plus adding new beauties to it. This is itmam-e-nema. This is ikmal-e-deen, which ultimately got to its most perfect form at the time of Ahmadiyya. And there was no bone of distinction, no bone of contention ever created between any prophet any time in the history of religion. This is the clear message of this book. So if prophets come to support the previous prophets or other prophets, and they do not pick quarrels with the earlier prophets, they do not disagree with them, only come to perfect the message and carry it further along, what is the harm of accepting such a prophet? Why to go into the question whether Allah did raise him or not? Because you can't determine it anyway. There is no reason why. If anyone claims that he is a prophet of God, and the claim is that he fully supports the earlier prophet in every detail, and if by his time the Sharia, the law, has not been perfected, and now I'll come to that later on, if is very important. If in his time the law has not yet been perfected, and also he tells them that Allah has shown me some other things in accordance with the teachings already revealed to you, which are good for you. Why should such a man be opposed? Why should such a man be rejected? What harm will he do to you? That is the first issue. The maximum you can do is, if you can't believe in him, you say, well, somehow we can't believe in you. But all right, go on, whatever you do, please go ahead, because you are doing the same service as has been performed by other prophets. Now, in this verse, the Holy Prophet of Islam has been referred to the same covenant, but the wording of the covenant is so beautiful and so perfect that it leaves room for the final appearance of a Sharia. After that, the message of law will not be changed, because the words of the covenant are this: लमा आतैतुकुम मिन किताबिन व हिकमतिन सुम्मा जाअकुम रसूलुम मुसद्दिकुन लिमा माअहुम. When you study this verse in the light of closely study this in the light of this revelation, another meaning dawns upon you. That is to say that now only those prophets are mentioned here which are not law-bringing. The first prophet from whom covenant is taken is the law-bringing. Because they said, now read it more closely again and with greater attention, لَمَا آتَيْتُكُمْ أَخْذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ النَّبِيِّينَ لَمَا آتَيْتُكُمْ مِنْ كِتَابٍ وَحِكْمَةٍ. after the book has been revealed, after the wisdom of God has been expressed, ثُمَّ جَاءَكُمْ رَسُولٌ. In the framework of that Sharia, that law, if a prophet comes and does not pick any quarrel with your teaching, does not attempt to change it, 100% agrees with their teaching, then you have absolutely no right to disagree with him. Because he is supporting you, so you should support him. That is the natural result. So in the light of this new meaning of this verse, what was told to Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was this, that although the Sharia has been perfected, the law has been made consummate, yet there is room for other prophets, and we take this covenant from you as well. That if someone comes who fully and entirely supports you and your teaching, then your people should not disagree with him. Your people should not reject him, but rather support. In light of this covenant, when you look back at the earlier claimants of prophethood between Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Hadhrat Massih-e-maud, the most interesting observation one makes is, the point one begins to understand is this, that every claimant to prophethood before Hadhrat Massih-e-maud interfered with the law of Islam, here or there, and opposed, partially at least, the teachings of Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sunnah and the tradition of Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Without fail, without variation, he created new traditions and introduced new elements into Islam. So such a man, according to this covenant, was not to be supported. But when one comes who says he has not come with anything new whatsoever, he fully and entirely supports not only the teachings of the Holy Quran, but also the traditions of the Holy Prophet of Islam. He has come to revive, not to change. Not a jot of the Sharia of Islam is to be changed by him. Does that covenant apply to him or not? It does. And very strongly. Now obviously when that covenant is taken from the heads of Sharia, from this meaning this appears that this covenant is taken by the heads of new laws, that is the law-bringing prophets particularly. It means, of course they would die before that prophet comes, most often than not. That means that that covenant applies to his followers and his people. They are bound to fulfill. And if they reject that covenant, then Allah's wrath would fall upon them. So in case of Ahmadiyya, no new prophet is created outside the pale of the Quranic teachings at all. This covenant was to be fulfilled. Otherwise there was no meaning, no sense of taking this covenant from Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Had Hadhrat Massih-e-maud not come, this covenant should have remained completely unfulfilled. So he came to fulfill, that is Musaddiq al-lama and the verse. So later on, inshallah, next time I'll shift to another aspect of the treatment of people, the treatment of prophets at the hands of the people, and the treatment of people at the hand of Allah following that treatment. That's subject to discuss inshallah in the next sermon. Assalamu alaikum.